Yep, there's the bright. If I move just right, I can, kind of get it right on my nose. Yeah. The bright was right on my nose. I am a son of God. I have been born from above. I have tasted the heavenly gift, which some of you think that you have, but you have not. Well, Bob, you're treading on thin ice. Who's worried about thin ice if I can walk on water? I wouldn't worry about ice if I can walk on water, would you? I don't think so. Well, Bob, you can't walk on water. Jesus did and Peter did. If God wanted me to walk on water, guess what? I'd be walking on water. So thin ice is not going to bother me at all. What bothers me is what people are believing that God said. Do I look stupid to you? I must sound stupid to some people on Facebook. Yeah, but they can't see me, can they? All they can do is read words unless I get live. Then I can look stupid just like I do today. Yeah, I can wear a shirt just like this. I'm a son of God. That's what's on my shirt. A son of God. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm kind of ashamed of the way some people act when they tell me they're sons of God. Yeah, if you're a son of God, you look like you could, talk to somebody and say, whose son are you? Well, I'm God's son. Well, could I ask you a question, please? Why, sure, go ahead, Bob. Ask me any question you want. Who is Jesus? That's the question. Can you tell me who Jesus is? If you're a son of God, tell me who Jesus is. No telling what they'll say. They'll come up with a list of things that will choke a goat, if there's such a thing as choking a goat. I can just hear them now. Oh, yes, I am a son of God. Well, how you know? If you are a son of God, how do you know? Well, the preacher told me so. Now, what preacher? The devil has a lot of preachers. And the preachers that the devil has will tell you anything. They will. And most of them will expect you to give them some money after hearing, whatever they told you. Folks, when I get hungry, I probably won't come to your house to try to get something to eat. I might just go sit out under a tree and tell God, here I am. Send me some food by a crow. I'll be glad to eat it. Folks, if God can put money in a fish and tell his son to tell somebody to go, catch a fish, and the first fish that you catch, open its mouth, get out the money, and go pay Caesar. How'd the fish get the money? How did the fish even get to be a fish? Do you see what God can do? He can tell somebody what to tell somebody, and that somebody can go do something, and as soon as they go do it, when they pull the fish up and open his mouth, there's the money that God just put in it. That fish wasn't swimming around out there with money in his mouth. No. All the man had to do was do what, God said do. I mean, if God don't have any problem, causing, a big fish to swallow a man, and spit him out where he wants him, why would it make God, what would possibly be, difficult for God to produce a small fish and put a coin in its mouth to pay a tax? It wouldn't be any problem at all. None at all. I'm telling you, folks, it's sad what we have been fed that we thought was the truth. Because somebody went to a school and come out and they could read a little bit of Hebrew and Greek, and they've got this great, wonderful education, and now they are qualified to become spokesperson for God in whatever building they choose. Yep. If they will, they can do 1, 2, 3. They can do whatever and please people. I don't please people. And nobody at the graveyard out here is going to bother me. And I'm preaching at the graveyard today. I mean, it's amazing. I'm waiting to see the Son of God. If you see him before I do, hallelujah. Because I know when I see him, I will be like him. Oh, Bob, you can't say that. Why not? I'd already said it. Well, how you know, Bob, you're going to be like him? Because God told me I can be like him. And if I'll just do what he said. I'm talking about if I'll do what God says, I will be like Jesus. You want to be like Jesus? Do what God said. But if you really want to be like Jesus, glorified, and in the first resurrection, I would think that you might, you definitely won't be like the world. No. Mm-mm. No, there's something that you've got to overcome. Mm-hmm. You got to overcome to be like Jesus. You got to overcome the world. It can be done. Jesus did it. And he said his disciples could do it. I don't know how many of them did, but all of them could. So if you are a disciple of Jesus, if you are a son of God, the possibility is there for you to overcome. Yep. God told Cain one day sin was at the door. Told him to master it. Can I tell you today? Sin is at the door, and you must master it. Just as it cannot master me. Because if it does, I won't overcome the world, and neither will you. Yeah, think about that one today. Yeah, I'm Bob McGee. I'm a son of God. I have tasted the heavenly gift. If you say, what heavenly gift? You just told me. You don't have a clue. And today's Sunday. Get a clue, folks. Get a clue. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. I am through with video number 2.